Adjustment of status after getting asylum. Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States at our offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. In today's video, we're talking about getting your green card after you've received a grant of asylum. Now, of course, for those of you who know about asylum, there are two ways to get asylum. One is that you make an affirmative application with an asylum officer, and the asylum officer interviews you and does the full background check and decides that you should be granted asylum. So an asylum officer, which is part of USCIS, can grant you asylum. The other way that you can get asylum is if you do so as a defensive measure in an immigration court. So if the asylum officer refers your case to the immigration court, that is, if they don't initially grant your asylum, you don't have to leave right away. You get sent over to the immigration judge. Or some cases just start as a deportation case and asylum is granted by the immigration judge. So there's basically two types of people that can award asylum to someone. One would be from the asylum office. The other would be from the immigration judge. Now, Bo is one of our YouTube subscribers, and Bo wanted to know, Jim, why does it take so long for these green cards based on asylum to get approved? Bo's apparently been waiting for 3 years, and we've been seeing more and more of this, and I have some theories about that. So first of all, whenever someone gets their green card from an immigration judge, there's always a lot of material in the file, and there's also just, I think, some general trepidation on the part of USCIS. They get a little bit nervous because this person had been in removal before. So even though the immigration judge properly granted the green card, we do see USCIS officers sometimes sit on these cases because they're just a little bit nervous because the green card was based on asylum and it was issued by the immigration judge. And I believe that those cases end up receiving extra scrutiny, which would certainly cause some of the types of delays that Bo is experiencing, maybe not 3 years. But of course, we also have the general malaise and the general delays at USCIS, so there's that to be considered. Then, of course, if Bo got asylum through the asylum office, we have to remember that up until very recently, the asylum office was kept completely separately from the regular USCIS office. They've been doing more and more work to integrate the asylum process into USCIS, but that hasn't all really gone all the way through. And so that's another reason for the delays, is that USCIS wasn't the one, in their minds, the traditional USCIS wasn't the ones to have approved the asylum grant. And so even though it was by the asylum office, and even though the asylum office is now part of USCIS, that's another reason why there are those delays. Now, the last reason that I think Bo might be experiencing this is that a lot of times people that receive asylum are coming from countries that are in the middle of a war or a famine, or the governments are very unstable, and the United States does not feel like it can complete background checks on people to the degree of scrutiny that they want. In other words, that because things are so jacked up in the home country, or because it's a home country that the United States doesn't like or has put on some kind of a list, that is another reason why asylum green card cases take a lot longer. Long and the short of it, Bo, is that you're probably going to need to file a lawsuit if you've been waiting 3 years for your green card after having received your grant of asylum. And if that's 3 years of pending, that's really ridiculous, and you're probably going to need to sue. They're probably not going to voluntarily give you your green card anytime soon if you don't sue them. So our recommendation would be to just go ahead and sue them, and to ask for a judge to compel them to decide your green card case within a reasonable amount of time. I would suspect you'd get an interview in about 3 months and then a decision in about 4 months, so a month later. So if you have questions about this, if anybody's wondering why their green card based on asylum is taking so long, feel free to give us a call, 314-961-8200. Email us, info@hackinglawpractice.com. Be sure to join us on our Facebook group, which is called Immigrant Home. If you like this video, we ask that you please share it out on social, that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and that you get updates when we issue new videos. And then don't forget to join us on Tuesdays and Thursdays, usually at noon Central, where I'll be answering as many of your immigration law related questions as possible. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.